Keanu Reeves once said, "Sometimes simple things are the most difficult things to achieve." And he's right. Peace is simple, but it isn't easy. In a world that shouts for attention, he became a whisper that everyone still hears. He never asked for fame, yet fame found him. He never chased attention, yet the world couldn't look away. Because there's something magnetic about a soul that stays kind even after it's been broken. Keanu Reeves didn't just play characters of strength, he lived them. Life tested him in every possible way, loss, loneliness, heartbreak, but he never let bitterness win. While others were shouting their stories, he was living his truth in silence. And maybe that's why his presence feels so powerful. Pain changes people, but it doesn't have to make them cruel. Keanu chose to let pain make him deep. When everything falls apart, most people run. He stood still, and in that stillness, he found something stronger than fame: peace. He taught us that success isn't about how loud you can be, but how gracefully you can move through life. You'll never hear him boast. You'll never see him chase the spotlight. Yet his humility shines brighter than any red carpet could ever reflect. Because real confidence doesn't shout. It glows quietly. It's knowing who you are and not needing to prove it. It's walking through the world with kindness when the world hasn't been kind to you. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. In a world that glorifies noise, silence becomes sacred. When you no longer need to explain yourself, that's when you've grown. When you can smile at people who hurt you, that's when you've healed. Keanu reminds us that being kind is not weakness. It's strength in its highest form. He gives without showing. He helps without expecting. And he walks through life not as a celebrity, but as a human being trying to do good in quiet ways. Maybe that's the real definition of success. Not the attention you get, but the peace you keep. He once sat on a park bench alone, eating a sandwich, lost in thought. That picture went viral. But maybe what the world missed was the beauty in it. That peace doesn't need an audience. It just needs acceptance. Keanu's story isn't about success or movies. It's about resilience. It's about choosing love again, even when the world gives you every reason not to. It's about showing up, not for fame, not for applause, but for life itself. The truth is, you can lose everything and still keep your soul intact. You can go through the darkest storms and still walk out calm. That's the kind of power no one can take away. That's the silent power of peace. So, if you're tired, if you feel unseen or unheard, remember this. You don't have to be loud to matter. You don't have to be famous to have meaning. Sometimes the most powerful souls are the quietest ones. Sometimes the people who smile the softest have survived the most. Peace isn't a destination, it's a decision. You don't find it by running away. You find it by sitting with your pain until it stops scaring you. You find it by letting go, not because you're weak, but because you're ready to move on. Keanu Reeves taught us that. And maybe, just maybe, the kindest people are the ones who have met the most pain, but still choose to give love anyway. That's not weakness. That's mastery. And if you can live like that, calm, humble, and kind, you've already won the biggest battle there is. If this message touched your soul, don't just scroll away. Let your spirit stay a little longer. Subscribe to the Insightful Way TV, where words don't just speak, they heal. Your peace begins here.